This is the Transformers Generations Legacy United Deluxe Class Cyberverse Universe Slipstream. Here's a quick look at the box art. I really thought this was going to be an animated universe figure, but it's a Cyberverse universe figure. She's looking great in packaging. I picked up this figure from a local Toys R Us store for about $34. Let's get her out of packaging. And here is Legacy United Cyberverse Universe Slipstream out of the box. And wow, this is how you do a redeco of a Legacy United figure or a Legacy figure. This figure came out beautifully. It is gorgeous. I feel the same way about this one as I felt with the Motor Master redeco of the animated universe Optimus Prime. Hasbro and Takara Tomy did a wonderful, wonderful job with this figure. I cannot believe how great it looks. Gorgeous paint apps, gorgeous plastic color, and more importantly, amazing plastic quality. We were first introduced to the Slipstream character way back in Transformers Animated when Starscream tried to clone himself, and various different clones of himself with each of his unique personalities came about, and one of the clones was a female seeker, which was Slipstream, and Hasbro decided to flesh out this character in the Cyberverse animated series, and rightly so. This figure looks more like the Cyberverse version than the animated version, and I'm really loving this figure. Let's take a closer look at the details of this new Legacy United Slipstream.
I think it's time you and I had a talk.
What are you doing here, Windblade?
Captain Slipstream commands the Elite Seeker Unit.
What was your name again?
Destroy her!
Head to toe, the figure still stands at about 13 centimeters tall, or about 5 1/8 inches tall. For comparisons, here he is with the two other deluxes in her wave. We've got from the G1 Universe Quake with Tip Top and Heater, and G1 Universe Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. He's about as tall as Optimus Prime, but 2 millimeters taller because of her horns. And clearly, out of the 3 new deluxes in this wave, this one is the keeper. You want to spend your money on this one, not these two. Maybe this one, then him, definitely not that. Here she is with fellow Cyberverse universe from the Versus 4-pack. We've got Voyager class Tarn, and they really look good together. The purple theme going on, purples and blues. And finally, if you didn't already know, Slipstream is a retool, redeco of the Legacy United Cyberverse Windblade. Every single bit about the figure is exactly the same, except for the colors, the weapons, and that head sculpt. But you can clearly see where they did wonders with this mold. I mean, it's the exact same mold, but with the right amount of recoloring and retooling, they still came up with a beautiful, gorgeous mold. And I really feel the same as with that Motor Master figure. Speaking of that Motor Master figure, if you watched my review, I mentioned that the thing that really sells that figure is that gorgeous head sculpt that they had from Motor Master. The same is true with this figure. It is this amazing head sculpt that will sell this figure first, then the colors. The mold is already amazing. I mean, the Windblade mold, I thought was one of the best ones for the Legacy line, but that head sculpt, if I could just give you a close-up look on that, look at that female Seeker head sculpt. I don't think they could have done it better. Painted beautifully with some wisteria, metallic wisteria on the face, red pupils. She's got her crest. She's got the side panels here that make her look like a female Starscream figure. You got some colorations here, like metallic teal pieces here and there, glossy black finish here. I mean, just the plastic alone on this figure, the purple plastic, so much quality, so much high gloss. I mean, I don't even have to bring out my testing tool just for you guys to appreciate how amazing it is. Thigh bits are painted, some scratching here and there. You got the Decepticon logo there. And she does come with 2 null rays, which are made of clear plastic. I was wondering why they were made of clear plastic. Then I realized Windblade's weapon was also made of clear plastic and just painted black, and I guess they were following suit. Rightly so. Null rays, I think, were the better weapons for this figure. Now, the instructions just tell you to mount the null rays here as blaster rifle pistols. And if you do have some War for Cybertron Trilogy blast effects, they are compatible. But yeah, that's all well and good. But there are also some ports or peg holes underneath her forearms, which actually also work. You can have her blast away at Autobot like that. But my favorite part to put the null rays, as you've seen early in the video, are behind her shoulders. It's a shame that the pegs are here and not here. Had the pegs been here, they would ruin the aesthetic. I totally get that. But putting the null rays on the back peg holes of her shoulders, they actually work. And you can kind of simulate blasting away like that with null rays. It's a little awkward, but it does work. So yeah, pretty cool. You can store the weapons if you wanted to underneath the wings. That's where they'll store in jet mode or vehicle mode, but you can also store them, I guess, if you wanted to, in robot mode. That actually gives a very, very good silhouette when you just have this figure on the shelf. Yep, very cool. Articulation for the figure. The neck is still on a ball joint. You got a waist swivel. The wings do flap back and forth. The arms are on hinges. You go in and out, forward and backward, 360. You got a bicep swivel, hinge elbow. Wrists are on swivels. You got hinges on the hips that allow you to do the splits, kick forward, backward. You got a thigh swivel, hinge knees, ankle tilt, and the feet can move up and down. This is how you do a Generations figure. I mean, kaya nyo naman pala eh. I've been telling this all the time. Hasbro, you can absolutely do masterpiece of figures such as this Slipstream. I mean, why give us trash figures like these? Kung kaya nyo gumawa nito, ba't bibigyan nyo kami ng basura na ganito? If you guys can do something like this, why even bother with this? I mean, sure, maybe you spend money on the articulation, but the articulation is relatively similar to this figure. Engineering and transformation, relatively similar. I mean, maybe this one is missing a few steps compared to these two, but you engineer these figures, they're roughly the same. I think cost would be the same. It's the choice of plastic. I mean, are they on a budget on some figures? This is premium grade plastic. Paint quality is great. This is absolute El Cheapo, poor plastic shenanigans from Hasbro. I mean, come on. Really Hasbro. So if you wanted to, she will look very, very cool with some swords we got from Tarn and from Windblade. These purple swords really match and fit Slipstream very, very nicely. Now to Transformer, obviously, let's get rid of these weapons, set them off to the side. You want to go head back here, fold down that nose cone, go ahead and split up these pieces. You want to fold out these fuselage and nose cone pieces. You want to fold down the wings, rotate and fold up on this double hinge, the front part of the jet, and you're going to collapse that in and just peg those things on her shoulder and cover that head sculpt with the front part of the jet. Okay, now the legs. You want to rotate the waist. Go ahead and detach these pieces right here. Go ahead and fold them just a little bit like that. You want to go ahead and fold down the feet. These tail fin pieces are going to fold up. These tail flaps are going to fold back like that. And then what you want to do is you want to fold up this shin pieces or lower parts of the leg. Then you're going to combine the legs together and that tail fin. The arms are going to grip these pegs right here. Okay, I'm going to stabilize that. You want to fold the shoulders down, just tidy up things. And then these pieces are going to tab onto the thighs. And the wings, they are going to tab and lock those leg pieces in. All that's left is the landing gear. It's still a nail breaker to this day. You can also rotate the engines or the turbines to make her move forward. And then vertical takeoff and landing this way. And there you go. There is Slipstream essentially in her jet mode or seeker mode. So the weapons, you can also fit them here. The outer peg holes. Let me see if I can just Put them in. The clear bits, the clear plastic that the null rays are made of, they're very, very premium, very, very hard and solid. It'll take time for them to break. Obviously, they're going to break if you try and force them, but they're pretty strong. Very, very solid. See, that's what I'm talking about, Hasbro. You can give us quality, and yet you persist in giving us subpar quality with other figures. Anyway, so there you go. There. Oh man, what a cool looking jet mode. The colors really pop. They come out so well. Gorgeous looking jet mode. And if you want to see her with Windblade, they can do sort of a dogfight. Merge to form the Star Saber. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, very, very cool. There you go. And if you want to see her with a bigger jet, Voyager class Cyclonus, doing the purple motif here and there. A smaller deluxe, you've got the VCon. So put the VCon right here so you have a clearer idea of how well she scales. Gorgeous looking jet mode. Man, they did a wonderful job with this one. And so some final thoughts on this Legacy United Slipstream. This is how you do it, Hasbro. This is how you do a redeco, a retool, and basically, in general, how you do a Generations figure. The figure has been executed perfectly. Fantastic aesthetic. The colors look amazing. That gorgeous head sculpt. And more importantly, plastic quality is absolutely premium on this figure. This figure is easily the best one in this wave of deluxes. This one's truly a keeper. The figure is obviously going to get a 10 out of 10. My advice is you pick up this figure over that G1 Optimus Prime and G1 Universe Quake. This is probably money well spent over those two other figures. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Transformers Generations Legacy United Cyberverse Universe Deluxe Class Slipstream. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.